Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the How to Build series where I'm going through every single champion in the game, rare and above at least, and I'm going to give you a quick reference, quick build guide. This is aimed at earlier game players, newer players to the game or the genre as a whole, who just need some guidance with a particular champion that they might find interesting and want to do something with, or know if they should do something with, or know what to do with, all that fun stuff. So I'm not going to be going into late game builds or strats. I'm not going to be talking about masteries because that can get a little convoluted and very specific based on how you want to utilize a champion. So this is just some guidance for newer players. A quick disclaimer as well, I'm not saying that I know better than everybody else or that my way is the best way or the only way. Again, I'm just trying to put out some helpful information for everybody. So with that being said, I am going to run through this, so get your notepad ready, get your mouse ready on the pause and rewind, and let's go ahead and get into it and talk about the Halberdier. He is an attack champ, and the banner lords. My nose got real itchy as soon as I hit record. Fun stuff. Alright, looking at his base stats, base HP is pretty standard. A little low, I guess, for rare attackers from what I've seen so far, but not crazy bad or anything. And again, that's not super important because that's not what he's in the party to do. Attack damage is it's a little bit low, but not detrimental. It's not crazy low. It's just a little bit lower than what I've seen. Base defense is nice, over 1,000, and then his base speed is pretty standard, pretty run-of-the-mill. So, not bad base stats. Let's see what kind of kit he's got, and see what we're going to do with those base stats. First skill, attacks one enemy, has a 25% chance to place a 25% weaken debuff for 2 turns. So a 2-turn weaken. Weaken's always nice in anywhere where there's a boss, really, because it's going to amplify the damage the boss receives, which is going to speed up your runs. So, even early game clan boss, this would be nice for you. It'd be nice to go into clan boss with him, stamp a weaken on the clan boss, and just ramp up the amount of damage that you're able to do to the clan boss earlier in the game. So nothing wrong with that, and it's first skill, so that's great. And as you can see, as you skill him up, the chance goes up quite a bit. So it turns into a 50% chance, I believe, is what that adds up to. So yeah, very good. Second skill, attacks one enemy, will ignore shield and block damage buffs. Okay, this is fun because things like Magic Potion Dungeon, where the boss puts that huge shield buff on himself, he will attack right through that and just do HP damage. So that's nice. It's also nice in Arena. A lot of people love to use the shield sets in Arena. He can attack through that, so you could take him in as kind of a single target damage dealer into earlier game Arena if you wanted to. And again, any dungeon where there's a shield buff in play, he is going to slice right through that. So pretty cool. 4-turn cooldown, 3-turn cooldown, all the way skilled up. So not bad. And then it looks like he doesn't have 3 skills. It looks like he's got 2 and a passive. So his passive is increases critical damage by 40%. Okay, interesting. So just a base 40% to his crit damage. So this opens up some possibilities, actually. Generally, what I would tell you with an attack champion in an earlier game is to not focus on crit rate too much, because it adds so many more stats that you have to focus on for a champion. Whereas generally with an early game attacker, attack and speed are really what you want to be going for. If you decided to focus on crit rate, you then automatically add crit damage to your focus a little bit, which doubles the amount of stats that you're trying to get. But in his case, he's already got basically 100% crit damage, so you can actually put some crit rate on him earlier game, and it would be fine. Because, again, all you got to really do is get a crit rate percentage set of gloves, and then throw a crit rate set on him, and he'll crit often enough that his 100% crit damage will be a substantial boost to his damage. So, as far as artifacts, let's say we want him to have a little bit of accuracy, because the weaken is nice if you're going to be using him in dungeons or you're going to be using him in your early game clan boss team. The weaken is going to be nice, so we want to have some accuracy on him. I don't know that we want a hard focus accuracy. Maybe just look for accuracy in your substats as you begin to collect more gear and open up a few options as far as what you're able to put on him. But for him, I would go probably double attack set and a crit rate set. You could go attack set, crit rate set, speed. You could go double attack speed. Any combination of those, because you do want to have some speed on him. You don't want to just hard focus speed all the way, but speed is going to be a nice stat, because the more he can cycle turns, the more likely it's going to be he keeps a weaken on the boss, and the more often he's going to get back around to this turn where he's going to slice through any shield. And generally that's probably what you're going to want to be using him for, is cutting through shield damage. So I would say go. You could either go attack percentage or crit rate on the gloves, attack percentage on the armor, and then speed or attack percentage on the boots. And that's really going to be dictated by what kind of artifacts you have and what sets you want to put on him. But yeah, pretty cool little kit. Generally, when you see only 2 skills and a passive, you get a little concerned. But in his case, since he's going to have pretty specific uses anyway, it's not really that big of a deal, and it seems like he would be kind of fun. It'd be interesting to know how his damage scaled, what kind of multipliers he's got and what kind of damage he is doing when he crits. But yeah, you want to focus his attack, you want to focus his crit rate, you want to focus speed, and you want to get some accuracy in there. And then any bumps to crit damage you can get are great, but again, not super necessary because he's got that passive that's bumping his crit damage quite a bit. So you're going to have a lot more crit damage than a lot of your early game attackers are going to have for a while, because that's a lot of crit damage to be boosted, especially earlier in the game. So yeah, clan boss and dungeons where shield buffs are prominent are going to be great. And then arena offense, you could use him as a single target nuker to slice through some shields early in the fight. So pretty fun looking little character. I would say his rating out of 10 for what you'd be using him for, let's go like 6. I think a little above average, and I think it's a little above average because of this crit damage bump. For the places you're going to be using him and the things you're going to be doing with him, that's going to be a really nice thing to have if you can get a little bit of crit rate on him, especially since he's slicing through shields. He doesn't have to pound down through someone's shield. So and the weaken, put the weaken on first and then come at him with this. That's going to be really substantial damage. So fun, not like a game changer, not a game winner, but definitely has his uses earlier in the game and looks like a fun little unit to use. So yeah, I think a 6 is a pretty safe rating for him for the things that you'll be using him for. That's going to wrap it up for Halberdier. If you have any questions about anything I've said, let me know in the comments. If you have any thoughts about anything I've said, if you have him and you use him and you think he's better than I said he is, or worse than I said he is, or you're using him for some things I didn't mention here, there's nothing wrong with having as much information as we can get down in the comments below, because that's really what we're trying to do, is just help people get some guidance and get some ideas of what they can do with these champions. So that being said, I hope it was helpful. I appreciate you watching. If you want to try to catch me live, I stream every weekday on Twitch at 6 p.m. Eastern at twitch.tv/JGigs. If this wasn't your champion, be on the lookout. If your champion's not already uploaded, I'm going through these as quickly as I can and trying to get every champion's video up. So your champion will be coming soon. I'm doing my best anyway to make that happen. So that'll do it. Appreciate you watching. Hope it was helpful, and I'll see you guys in the next one.